So today task, I'll be working on this car, Ford Focus sedan, which is going to be a partially ST swap, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you can hear me what, but I'll try and fix that. Um, so, that leaf trying to fight me. Anyway, so what I wanted to do is essentially get the transmission and the engine together. Um, not gonna go with the six-speed originally ST transmission. Now, I already spent $1,500 to be exact on engines. Yes, I said engines. Okay. I put everything together, put it in the car, the engine wouldn't start. So I thought for some reason the engine got seized while in storage. Uh, Come to find out, the bolts for the ST, the clutch bolts that goes to the flywheel, those six bolts, the ones I use first was from the 5-speed manual. Those are longer than the 6-speed bolts. So they were essentially touching the crankshaft, like like going through it, so it was stopping it from spinning. So that's why the engine wouldn't turn over by hand or by naturally starting the car. So I thought the engine was bad. A few weeks of posting on Facebook groups, uh, trying to figure out what's wrong, because at one point it was saying there was an error with the ECU. So I thought that was bad, why the car was started. So I was looking into getting a different one and all that, you know. Yeah. So I began looking for engines again, another engine to replace the one that I thought that one was bad. So I ended up finding one. I was like doing the swap in the car, pulling down the first engine to put the other one in. And by pulling off the clutch, because the clutch and everything was still on the engine, I didn't touch it ever since it would start. So when I got the engine, I was pulling it down, trying to put it, just swap it. So after pulling off the clutch, the flywheel, everything, I decided to like try to turn the engine again to see if it's really seized. The bolt was stopping the engine from turning over. So long story short, now I have two motors. And the first one, I actually took off the balance shaft, took off the oil pan, trying to see if there's a rod bent somehow, or if I could see any rust, but there was nothing. So yeah. So now I'm still gonna go with the last motor I bought, which had the 60 something amount. The other one can just leave it for spare, because no, I know that it wasn't an engine problem. So now, oh, the other thing is I swapped the engine harness. I bought a Rec 2017 ST, so I swapped everything out. Engine, not the engine. I didn't get an engine or transmission with it, but I mainly wanted it for the wiring harness and the key and the control module, all that. All right, so I did swap the original ST harness in the car, but um, at the time I didn't know, obviously, sedan versus hatch. I just love the sedan. I decided that. Plus, I wanted to do some upgrades, like little things to the car, just to make it different from all the other cars, that are swapping and doing all that. So I want the original wrecked car that I bought didn't have navigation, didn't have the keypad, the keypad on the driver door, none of that. And it didn't have heated steering wheel. And it didn't have parking assist or none of that. Which so what I did was I went to look up a few junkyards that had a titanium sedan. I was looking for weeks, months, even on Facebook groups. I asked persons if they have a sedan from 2016 onwards, 2015 onwards, because I understand that 2014 to like 12 to 14, the wiring on it is different or whatever. So I finally found one at a Savage yard. I went there, everything was okay, the wiring wasn't good or nothing, so I dropped that one. Luckily, that car had heated mirrors, steering wheel, and the notepad, the keypad on the driver door. So I'm like, wow, would you look at that? This is everything I'm trying to. Oh, and heated seats. Yeah. So I got the harness. So funny enough, I did that swap the other day. So now everything is harness wise, is in the car and all that. So now I wanna, because I understand that you can't just bolt up the 5-speed transmission to the 2.0 EcoBoost. You gotta do some adjustment to the passenger side axle, mounting bracket to the engine, whatever that is. You'll see. So without further wasting time, so y'all can see where me I thought about, let's go. But first, I gotta get that car out of the garage because the engine is behind it. Wait, you'll see what I'm doing. That car. Gotta get that one out. Don't worry about that one. That's my daily beater. That car taught me everything I know about Ford. So, kudos. Wait. Good. Okay, so the one that was first in the car that I thought was giving problem, on the left. On the right is the one that I actually went out and get after.